Hello, my name is Shane Spangler, and I'm the pastor of Bethany Church here in Hiawatha. And I'm very excited to read to you some of my very favorite books that my parents used to read to me when I was a little boy. Now, this is a book about a rabbit, and his name is Rabbit, and he goes to visit his friend Bear, who is a very good cook. Bear makes a carrot cake that Rabbit likes very much. And so this is his story. It's called Rabbit Finds a Way by Judy Delton, pictures by Joe Lasker. And I'm going to try to do some voices here. So I think this all is probably somewhere in New England. So Rabbit is going to have a New England way of talking. Rabbit was on his way to Bear's house. He was humming as he walked, thinking about the carrot cake Bear was going to offer him. "Don't mind if I do," he would say. "Well, if you insist, just one more small piece." His mouth watered at the thought. Rabbit passed Duck's house. Duck was hanging his clothes. "Good morning, Rabbit," said Duck. "Have you time for a cherry tart? I just baked them this morning." "Thank you, Duck, but I'm on my way to Bear's house for some carrot cake. He always bakes carrot cake on Saturday, you know." "Have a good time," said Duck. As Rabbit hopped through the woods, he thought and thought about Bear's carrot cake. He could see the sweet icing running down the sides just like it always did. He could almost taste it. Rabbit hopped a little faster. He was surprised to see that he had already come to Squirrel's house. "Where are you going so fast?" asked Squirrel. She was hammering and sawing boards to make a front porch for her house. "I'm going to Bear's house." "Well, could you take a minute and help me saw these long pieces of wood?" Rabbit thought of the cake, and then he thought of Squirrel sawing away in the hot sun all day long. "Of course, Squirrel, that's what friends are for. I'll take one end and you take the other. It won't take long," he said as he looked at his pocket watch. Soon all the boards were sawed just the right length. "Thank you, Rabbit," said Squirrel, wiping her forehead. "You really are a friend. Before long, I'll be sitting on my new porch in my rocking chair." "Glad to be of help," said Rabbit as he straightened his vest and bow tie. "Come in for some lunch," said Squirrel. "I have a nice lettuce salad with turnip greens." "Thank you, Squirrel, but every Saturday Bear bakes carrot cake. I want to get there while it's still warm." "All right, Rabbit, maybe next time." Rabbit walked slower now. He was tired from all the sawing. It seemed to take a long time to get to Bear's house. When he arrived, he knocked on Bear's door. No one answered. Rabbit knocked again. Bear can't be out, thought Rabbit. Everyone knows that Bear bakes carrot cake on Saturday mornings. Rabbit knocked again. This time, Bear opened the door. He looked sleepy.
"Oh, it's you, Rabbit. Come in and sit down. I was just waking up."
He yawned and stretched.
"It's one of those lazy Saturday mornings."
And here are some of the fans that I drew when I was a little boy. There's a fan. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really like fans. Rabbit sniffed the air. There was no smell of carrot cake. Bear and Rabbit sat in silence. Rabbit felt sad. Don't you usually, bake on Saturday, Bear?"
"Well, usually, but today I got up late, so I didn't."
"Bear," said Rabbit, "I'm starving."
"Oh, let me see what I can find," said Bear as he looked in the refrigerator. "How about some buttermilk? And here are 2 molasses cookies."
Rabbit munched on a hard cookie dipped in buttermilk. Honestly, Bear, you always bake carrot cake on Saturday. It's getting so a rabbit never knows what to expect. Rabbit finished the cookies. Bear was wide awake now and suggested a game of checkers. I don't think so, said Rabbit. Today I just don't feel like checkers. Goodbye, Bear. On the way home, Rabbit stopped at Squirrel's house. Squirrel, I think I will have the lettuce and turnip greens after all. Oh dear, said Squirrel. I just ate them. I'm so sorry, Rabbit. Maybe next time. Rabbit then came to Duck's house. Duck was taking clothes off the line and folding them. Duck, I thought about that cherry tart, and if you have time... Oh, dear me, Rabbit, the tarts are all gone. The neighbors stopped and we made tea and ate every last tart. I thought you were going to Bear's house for carrot cake. Bear didn't bake today, muttered Rabbit. Oh, that's a shame, a real shame. How about a banana? They're almost ripe. No, thank you, Duck, said Rabbit. I'll just go home. When Rabbit arrived home, he sat down on his favorite chair and put his feet on the footstool. He felt tired and hungry, but most of all, he felt disappointed. He couldn't stop thinking of carrot cake. Then he had an idea. He jumped up and reached for his telephone. See, people used to have telephones like this. They hung on the wall and they had a cord, and this is the part you talked into. Hello, Bear. Is that you? I wonder if I could ask a favor. You know that carrot cake you usually bake on Saturday? Bear answered, The one with the flour and the nuts? Yes, Bear, that's the one. Look, he's getting his oven ready, and he's got some carrots ready. With the raisins and the white icing? Yes, that's the one, Bear. I know which one you mean, said Bear. Well, Bear, I have paper and pencil here, and I wonder if I could have the recipe for the carrot cake. I thought it might be useful to have on hand. Now look at Rabbit's kitchen. He's got carrots, he's got flour, he's got eggs, he's got all these other ingredients. He has his mixing bowl ready, and he has his oven nice and hot. What do you think he's going to do? He also has the recipe for his favorite carrot cake. This is what he did. Look at all of those delicious carrot cakes. There's one here with all that delicious icing, and there's a bundt cake, and then there's some little carrot cupcakes, and here's a cupcake. Here's a couple of cakes with holes in the middle, and here's a long one with a carrot on top, and then I drew a little fan here. I probably was 3 years old or 4 years old when I drew that. And here's a little door. I don't know why I thought we needed a door. Maybe that's so we can go in and we can have some carrot cake too. I just love that book because even though Rabbit was disappointed that somebody hadn't baked for him, he came up with a good solution to the problem. He called up and he got the recipe and he baked it himself. And that's what it means. Rabbit finds a way. He found a way to get him some carrot cake on Saturday. So I hope you enjoyed that story.